So I would like to put it this way on co-lending. So 2018 is where Reserve Bank of India initiated the first circular on co-lending. So the only agenda of Reserve Bank of India was that let the organizations which has liquidity participate lending in with the help of NBFCs directly to the market by participating in the risk which is other than today's world, historical world of lending to NBFC through on balance sheet. So this is the difference, right? So what is co-lending? Co-lending is balance sheet based. Earlier days was balance sheet based lending, and today it is more basically transaction based lending, right? So what is it? How is it benefiting, right? So how is it benefiting to the end customer? Now with co-lending happening, the risk is getting shared between two entities. So the entity which is cash surplus and the entity who has the ability to source business in the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities, and has a better technology based risk underwriting model. And that's a match, that's a marriage which is trying to happen between the banks and the NBFC fraternity. So to talk a little more about it, 2020 is when the bankers were started opening their eyes and participating in co-lending, because there was some tweak in the policy. And then that's when the entire business industry and the financial industry started looking towards co-lending as an avenue to access to liquidity and make it more viable to the business community to deliver the liquidity and at a very economical cost. So that's one point. So now I'll tell you how is U GRO trying to take this up. Right. So Mr. Sachin Nath, our MD, Vice Chairman, was instrumental from 2018, from the day we started this company, and thriving upon co-lending, because post-COVID, all NBFCs, the lever of leverage has reduced. Earlier, NBFCs used to leverage, on a capital to debt basis on 5x or 6x, but today 3x is the maximum an NBFC can leverage. So how do we grow? The better way to grow is co-lending. So he was very instrumental from day one, talking to banks and say, participate in risk along with us. You believe in our risk underwriting model. You trust our systems and participate. I will give you participation to risk directly. Don't look at funding my balance sheet. So this is something which we saw very post-COVID. We saw this wide acceptance of this, and the yield, the result of that, I would like to say, is that today, as per the FY22 balance sheet and the H1 23 balance sheet of U GRO, we are sitting on a 30% of our book under co-lending and co-origination, right? So that's the beauty. So I would say that U GRO is one of the early acceptor of co-lending, and because of which, because we are an early acceptor and early mover, we are today in a very good position where as a company, we have better margins to play, and the banking fraternity have accepted our risk underwriting model. That's a testimony, because and then third is we are passing on a lot of these benefits to the end MSMEs, where our core focus is. So when we talk about collateral-free lending, one of the major strength of collateral-free lending, or one of the major structural rule of collateral-free lending, is cash flow-based underwriting. Correct. So now, if I need to do cash flow-based underwriting, I have to ascertain what is the assured cash flow, what is the projected cash flow. There are a lot of things which we need to ascertain. Now, how can all this be done manually? Definitely not. So technology is the only way we can solve this problem of cash flow based underwriting, right? So now, when it comes to technology, that's when I would say that this GSTN initiative is something which is a great initiative for the financial institutions, because U GRO has adopted this in the early stage, where we are on a tripod method. We use GSTN data very excessively and aggressively, right? So what is the benefit of this? Gone are those days where we used to depend on balance sheets and P&Ls, where it is outdated data, but then GSTN data is a live, accurate data, right? So I will be, I come to know the company's growth, which is last month data, right? So that's more accurate for me to look at the past data, right? So the current data is something much more accurate. So now this helps me take decisions better, and with the help of technology, it will help me take decisions faster. So I will feel that GSTN aggregators, exposing GSTN data through GSTN aggregators to the financial institution is one of the best approach. So the latest approach, which is initiated by the Reserve Bank of India for the financial institutions and to the business community, especially for MSMEs. So U GRO, when we started, we had a mission of solve the unsolved, wherein we understood that this is the fastest growing sector, which is MSME sector, medium, small, micro, small and medium enterprises. Now, a lot of people have evaluated what is the potential and opportunity in this sector, but people, on an average, everyone say that $600 billion is the market for MSME in India today. So when we started, we specifically said that we want to restrict our business only to MSME sector, right? So so hence our mission, which is like, solve the unsolved. But the mission ambition which we kept was that can I have 1% of the market share of MSME by 2025, and that's where we pegged it as 20,000 crore. So that mission ambition still continues. We want to reach that 20,000 crore AUM by 2025. Thus, we contribute to the major 1% share of the MSME business, which is today, right? That's one point. So now, how do we do that? So, do we do that randomly going approach in the market? No, we should have a very well thought, right set approach. So, our entire approach sits on the pillars of a 9 sector approach, which is the specific 9 sectors which we have identified, which we believe that it's a growing sector. And we look at funding MSMEs participating in that sectors and subsectors of these 9 sectors, right? So, with the help of sectorial approach, with the help of co-lending, with the and the lending as service, right? And with the help of data tech and analytics, which we have built around the risk engine, which is GRO Score, we believe that we can do definitely a good justice to the MSME market, and we are confident of achieving this 20,000 crore AUM. While we currently are at the rate of 4,350 crore as on H1, and the near target for us to reach is 7,000 crore book by March 2023. Our long-term approach up till 2025 still remains to be at 20,000 crore book, which is a 1% market share. And we are confident of reaching that, and we are all gung-ho about it.